Hey guys, what up? Mama Bear here. Sorry about the dim lighting, but some of you are used to the dim lighting because you've been hanging out in those bars and clubs all the time. So Mama Bear's just in the low lighting to take a 5-minute chill break and say what up to you. Izzy is in the bath with Daddy. Daddy's giving her a bath and they're playing. So Mommy gets some quiet time. And I just decided to say what up to you. And I was just thinking about the reflection of my past time frame when I was working for community recovery, and I was walking out to the bus. One of the favorite things that I loved to do while I was there was welcome everybody when they came in, just because most people who came there had a really tough week, and it was always fun to be part of the excitement, part of the team, to jump up and down and be like a cheerleader when they came in. And when they left, I would always walk out to the buses and, while I was allowed to anyway, walk out to the buses and say goodbye to everybody and just put farewell wishes over them, and just send them off with a Mama Bear hug and love. Until they returned the following week, because some people lived on the streets, some people lived in shelters, some people lived in program housing, and all of that to me just sounds really stressful. I don't know about you, if you would want to spend time hanging out in those kind of places, but if you had to live there, it can be really a lot. And so I like to be the face that made people smile. And one time when I was leaving to go out to the bus, so we had one bus left, I walked out there and the parking lot was empty. There was no, they call it PSR, which is the fancy word for security. And I got to the bus, and some of the guests that came to our program were calling out for me, Mama Bear, there's a fight on the bus, there's a fight. And so I went into protective Mama Bear mode and raced into the beehive. That's what my husband likes to tell me. And went upon the bus to see everybody with very frightened faces, because nobody really knew how far this could escalate. And so I took a quick observation of the scene of what was happening, and there was no bus driver, there was nobody in sight. I looked back across the parking lot, there was no other employees around. It was a really cold night, and so everybody had went in to have the final meeting or whatever before we all got out of there, and nobody was hanging out. And so all I could think of was, I need to be the one to defuse the situation. And as I made my way through the crowd of people on the bus, imagine the school bus you rode as a kid, filled with adults, and trying to make the way from the front to the back was not an easy thing. And I kept trying to figure out what I was going to do when I got back there to help diffuse this situation so that no one was injured or got harmed. And all I could see was about 10 brothers and sisters on the back of the bus just screaming and yelling and jumping up and down at each other. And if anybody knows anything about a bus, the back of it's extremely bouncy, and so this bus was really moving. And once I got back up there, I tried to yell like, "Hey!" And it was just like I shot a dart, and it just went boop, because nobody responded. Nobody even heard me over the top of their chaos. And so I had to come up with a quick solution, and I could see it was escalating and it was starting to get out of control, and there's still no help around. So without even thinking, I went into Mama Bear mode and started banging on the top of the bus and screaming as loud as I could. And within seconds, everybody was paused. All of the chaos stopped, and everybody was looking at me, trying to figure out what was going on. And once I had their attention, I said, "Look here, you will not act like this on Mama Bear's bus. You sit down and be quiet right now." And everybody paused and sat down, and I tried to figure out what had escalated so far out of control. And before I knew it, I found out one of the brothers had called one of the sisters on there a bitch, and nobody was having that. And so, hence why the bus was bouncing up and down. You got yourself a little hood sister gonna take somebody out here, because we don't play, right, girls? I mean, we might sing and dance, but we don't play. So once I figured out what was going on, I turned around and the bus driver was behind me. So the gentleman who was on his phone calling whomever to come have his back, while the rest of the people on the bus were screaming and cornering him, weaseled his way past me and apologized, saying it was not him. He was very sorry for the situation, and the bus driver got him out of there. I don't really know what happened after that to him, but they got me off the bus, and I gave my love, and I prayed over everybody, and I reminded them that God calls us to love each other unconditionally. And so even if he did do wrong like that, there was no reason to treat him so poorly just because he had treated them poorly. And all we did was continue to spread pain there and suffering. And that's not what God wants from us. He wants us to spread unconditional love. And so they all agreed with me, and I told them how much Mama Bear loved them, and I hope they had a great week, and, just diffused it, and everybody went home, and it was really cute because the following week, one of the ladies came up to me and apologized for the way she behaved. We can all lose our cool from time to time. We can all just lose our shit and throw our nachos across the restaurant. So just be kind today. Just be part of the solution if you can, and know that Mama Bear loves you. Have a great night.